Hey guys, welcome to Blaugrana United. Welcome to another video. And Barcelona have beaten Real Sociedad by 2-1 at the Camp Nou today. Now, let's get started with the video, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't my favorite performance from Barcelona. It wasn't too special, too shiny. But at this moment in the season, with the amount of points that we have on Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and the games remaining, we needed 3 wins to seal the league title, and this is one of those wins. And at this point, I'll take any win when we can have it. I think that we need to focus this week to seal the league, to get the 3 points against Alaves and the 3 points against Levante at home, because that would mean that we would have the league sealed already by the time we have to face the first leg at the Camp Nou against Liverpool in the Champions League. So let's get started with the lineups. Ernesto Valverde up to start with a lineup of Marc-André ter Stegen, Jordi Alba, Clement Lenglet, Gerard Piqué, Nelson Semedo, Arturo Vidal, Ivan Rakitic and Arthur in midfield, and a forward line of Ousmane Dembele, Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. And Real Sociedad started with Jerónimo Rulli, Muñoz, Diego Llorente, Elustondo, Saldúa, Mikel Merino, Zubeldia and Pardo in midfield, and William José, Mikel Oyarzabal and Juanmi in the forward line. Now, to talk more about the game in depth, I thought that we didn't exit. We only played second gear, maybe third a little bit some of the time, but it was a very uncharacteristic performance from Barcelona, but at the same time kind of what I expected, because unlike other teams, the Real Sociedad can actually have possession if you allow them to have possession. If you don't pressure very well, they are a team that can take the possession away from you and let you don't have the ball for a couple minutes. And to do that to Barcelona, it's very, very difficult. Even a bad Barcelona, that's very difficult to do. I'm not saying that we were bad today, because I just think that we were very slow. We were just trying to not waste any energy, and to be honest, that's fine, because we're at the latter end of the season. We need to seal every single title that we can. That means the league, upcoming the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey final against Valencia in a couple of weeks. So at this point, winning the titles is what's important. We're not going to change the way we play. I know that for a fact. I've known them for a fact for a couple months. At this moment, I'll just take the titles where I can get them, and hope that next season we can improve our play and just see the things that I would like to see, like the likes of Frankie de Jong and Arthur, the likes of Ousmane Dembele having more minutes, the likes of Matthijs de Ligt. But let's get started with the performances. I think that ter Stegen and Rulli didn't really have anything to do in the game, other than playing as the last man to clean up plays and just be support for passes, because I think the distribution, both of them, was fantastic today. Jerónimo Rulli is I think is a very underrated goalkeeper, at least for our style. He's absolutely fantastic, and I think that Pep should have a look at him if he wants a backup for Ederson at Manchester City. I think Alba and Semedo were so good today. I think like the whole defensive line was absolutely solid, except for the time where they let those 2 chances where one of them Real Sociedad scored with Juanmi, which Piqué just lost Juanmi completely, and the other one where Juanmi in the first half had a chance and then William Jose just skyrocketed his shot to the clouds. And other than that, it was pretty quiet. Barcelona had a few half chances, but nothing too special. Dembele had a shot. I thought Dembele's game today was a little bit weak. He didn't have his most strongest performance, but he's not been playing very regularly so far. He's still coming back from that injury. I think he wants to take it slow, and I think I'd rather have him do that and progressively just get some couple of minutes. I think by the end of the week, he should have, like, I hope he can play at least 60 to 70 minutes in both upcoming games, and then be ready to face Liverpool at, if not full fitness, near to full fitness, or at least match fitness, because I believe he's fit already to play. It's just he needs to get back into playing games and being as important of a player as he needs to be for us. Luis Suarez, again, fantastic work off the ball. The amount of pressure that he does, he causes a lot of problems for the center back. Absolutely fantastic from Luis Suarez. I'm just gonna say that I think we could all see that Luis Suarez needs a backup. He cannot be playing every game of every single minute of the season. Like, it's just not possible for Suarez. At the end of the game, you could see he was getting tired. He was out of breath. He just doesn't have the amount of how many balls he was looking towards the space that people were giving him, and he just wasn't able to get there. He didn't have that burst of acceleration that we used to see in like the first 2 seasons from Luis Suarez. I think Messi, from what he was given or what he could do, he did mostly perfectly what he could do. It wasn't a vintage Messi performance, but it was a good performance for Leo Messi. Like, I mean, that's the thing. We're so used to Messi just doing absolutely glorious performances that a good performance for Messi, it's an average performance for Messi. I think Arthur was very good in the first half and until like the 30th minute, and then I think his performance sort of dropped down. But you know what, I think, like I've said, I think the whole team was just playing on a lower level, except for one man that I'm gonna leave him for last because his performance was absolutely sublime. But everyone else, I think, was just saving energy, and I'm not gonna criticize him for that because it is what it is. And at this moment in time, we need them to be all fit to play Liverpool in that semi-final coming up. Ivan Rakitic, he was playing the pivot today. He's not Sergio Busquets, but he did a decent job at it. He is perfectly capable of playing that role, and maybe I wouldn't be complaining of having Ivan Rakitic in the squad if it wasn't because he has to play every single minute of every single game, and he has to play as an interior and not a pivot. So maybe if he played 60-70% of the minutes this season, I wouldn't be complaining, but as he's been playing 95% of the minutes this season, I have to complain because there are much better options than Ivan Rakitic this season, and I better see Frankie de Jong playing over Rakitic, and Rakitic better get sold this season. Gerard Piqué and Clement Lenglet, absolutely fantastic, except for that few mistakes that they made, but overall fantastic. Clement Lenglet got his first league goal for Barcelona, his second for the club after that one that he scored against Cultural Leonesa in the Copa del Rey, and absolutely fantastic performance. I think Clement Lenglet has been I think Arthur has been talked a lot about this season, and for fair reason. He's been fantastic, but Clement Lenglet, I think, has cemented himself as one of the best centre backs, at least this season and in the world. In my opinion, the best centre backs this season have been Gerard Piqué and Virgil van Dijk in whole Europe. But then after that, you have the likes of Matthijs de Ligt and Clement Lenglet. After that, I don't think there's anyone at their level. And then you have the likes of Varane, Laporte. You have the likes of Bonucci, Chiellini, Skriniar, those kind of center backs. But Clement Lenglet has been at a fantastic level, and Umtiti is gonna have it really tough to displace him from the start 11. Nelson Semedo was having a real good game today. You notice that he used to be a winger because the skills that he has was fantastic. And now let's talk about that man, Arturo Vidal. He knows no limits to himself. Like, he doesn't understand. He's the complete opposite of saving energy. Like, oh my word, what an absolutely fantastic performance from Arturo Vidal. The guy was running up and down and up and down, and in contrary to other games where he does that anyways, I thought that he was pretty accurate today with his passes. He was losing the ball, I think, very little. I think he took most of the right decisions in the game. He could have scored at least a goal in the game. There was a few chances for him, and overall, a vintage, one of the best Arturo Vidal performances I've seen for Barcelona, definitely. I think together with the one at Betis and this one have to be his best performances for Barcelona. And he's just a shame. Like I've said, it's just a shame that he's over 30, because if he was younger, what he could give us for years to come, he could be like a Seydou Keita for us, or a Yaya Touré. Like, he's just such a great player. I hope that in a way Sergio Roberto can become that for us, but he's nowhere near the level of intensity from Arturo Vidal. It's just nowhere near. But it's great to have Arturo Vidal. I criticize the signing. If I take it back, I probably wouldn't, because he's been I think he's been really good for us, and I think that he's added something that we didn't have. Definitely better than Paulinho. Let's just say that. He's definitely better than Paulinho. Oh, thinking that we paid 40 million for Paulinho, and I think was it what, 18 million for Arturo Vidal? What a signing from Barcelona. Like, I don't like this board really, but when they get something right, I have to give it to them. The goals again were I think all the goals were kind of weird, because for Real Sociedad's goal, the defense fell asleep. I mean, great pass from Oyarzabal, I think it was, but the defense fell asleep with it. No one was tracking Juanmi, and Piqué went late and didn't really get on him on time, so I think that was his fault. And for Clement Lenglet, again, it's how many chances had Barcelona have to score at the right corner? Not very many in a season. We normally have what, like 2 or 3, and that's a lot if we can do that over a league season. So good one for Clement Lenglet. That's to culminate a fantastic season as he had so far. And Jordi Alba's goal, like, that's unreal. Like, I think he's been training with Messi so long that he's just pulled it out of his back, but he's a weak foot, and that was a fantastic goal. Yeah, if the refs gave that goal, if they like canceled that goal, I was gonna be really upset, because in no way, shape or form Rudy was gonna ever. He saw where the ball was going. He just wasn't ever gonna reach that. Substitutions: Coutinho, he had a good few minutes. Yeah, he had a alright performance. Like, nothing too bad to criticize. I think that he had a good attitude. I think the crowd was alright with him after that celebration against United. I think that although it was weird and I would have celebrated that goal differently, I think it was more criticized towards the Spanish press, because they do have a thing about attacking Barcelona players on a daily basis. So yeah, that's what it is for you when you're a Barcelona player. You're coming and you're accepting getting smashed by the media on a daily basis, so you have to be at the best possible level of your game. Sergio Busquets was good when he came in. Rakitic, he was good. I mean, what I said, we were playing in second gear. I wasn't asking, I was expecting anything special. Sergio Roberto came on in the 90th minute. I would have liked Arturo Vidal to play every minute of this game, but you could see he just couldn't even run. Like, he was dying. Like, that was the only way you were gonna stop Arturo Vidal from running if he actually died, because it was absolutely fantastic to see this from Arturo Vidal. Upcoming game against Alaves on Tuesday, I believe, away from home, and let's hope we can get another 3 points. Alaves, I believe, they're 6th, fighting for Europa League, so it will be a tough game. They are fighting for something, so I expect it to be a very difficult team, especially because they're a very good team when they have to sit back and just don't concede. I think it's been very good from the work that Alaves have done this season. I believe that the game upcoming also against Levante at home, it's a chance for us to actually seal the league and finish it off and be successful. And let me know what you thought about the game. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I hope you have a nice rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one, Blaugranas.